Welcome to this video. Here we're going to talk about what it takes to be a D lineman for the Box Elder football team and what it takes. And the number one thing that it takes is DNA. When we talk about DNA, we're not talking about, a person's genetic code, but what we're talking about is the things that they've learned, and we're talking about their attitude. And for us, DNA stands for dadgum nasty attitude. What a dadgum nasty attitude is that you play with a fierce competitive nature. You understand? It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. You have to play with a courageous motor. Be detailed orientated, hate to lose, and then be coachable. Here we have a great video clip of what DNA looks like as we watch number 84 here defeat blocks and then make a play. And then create excitement for his team. The biggest thing in having DNA and being a D lineman for us here at Box Elder is that you have to focus on the job that's at hand and understand he who chases two rabbits catches none. Our job is to control the line of scrimmage. The D-line play sets the tone for the defense. A great D-line is the hallmark of any good defense and is going to be the heart of what we're trying to do here at Box Elder. In the run game, nothing gets through our gap. And then in the pass game, we have to pressure the quarterback and understand that the best pass defense is a nasty pass rush. And so in doing our job, we take D-line play and we boil it down to 3 different phases within every play. And so phase 1 is knockback, where we change the line of scrimmage to the heels of the offensive lineman. Phase 2 is block destruction. Here we have to react to the different types of blocks that we may be receiving, get ourselves into our gaps, and then violently release from the block, so that then we can move to phase 3 of D-line play, which is make a play. And so phase 1 of D-line play is getting knockback. Again, remembering he who chases two rabbits catches none. Our eyes have to be focused. We have to see our aiming point, which is going to be the play side shoulder of the offensive lineman that you're lined up. And so you have to just worry about that, not look in the backfield, not worry about what's going on in any other place. Worry about what's going on in your gap and your responsibility. And so how we take care of phase 1 and create that knockback is by being very, very disciplined and doing hands, hips, feet. This sometimes feels unnatural for players and they try to move their feet first. But in order to generate power, and to be able to get into our gaps and be able to play with the other phases of the game, we have to go hands, hips, feet. And we work hands, hips, feet constantly every day in practice, and because it is phase 1 and it is the most important part of what we do. Here in this clip, we're going to watch D linemen get their hands on and then stay in their gap. You're also going to see why it's important to get your hands on, because your hands are always going to take you to your play. And so as we start this clip and you look, so you can see number 52 here, his hands are going to take him inside, and so now he's going to work up. He sees poles. He's going to work up, and he has responsibility to take care of this quarterback. Here, this D lineman, his head is a little bit high, but he's doing a good job. He's got hands on, and he's holding his ground. He's not getting moved. Here, number 3 is taking on a double team, staying pretty low, dug in. He's got his hands on. Number 7, his hands get on the offensive tackle. His eyes take him inside, and so as you watch him, he's going to take on these poles and just do a really great job. So as we play this through, bam, you see number 7, he takes on that block with his lead shoulder. We're getting pushed here a little bit, but not too bad. And then here we're doing a great job. We're getting a little bit high, but we're fighting through a double team, which is helping us. But as we stay low, we keep our hands off, And then here we're going to be able to violently release and make a play. That is making sure that you do a great job at phase one. The second phase of D-line play is block destruction. Once we have knockback and we've done a good job in phase one, we put ourselves in a great position to be able to destroy the block of the offensive lineman. One of the first things that we have to do is make sure that we mirror step with the O-lineman so that we can keep integrity of our gaps, fight pressures, and keeping our shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. As the ball declares and comes into our gap, then we must violently release. Any release that you want, whether you want to club and rip, swipe and wipe, punch and shrug, pin the hip, whatever you want to do works. For us, we emphasize the swipe and wipe, the shrug and rip, push pull, and then also pin hip. Here you're going to see a great job of our D linemen taking care of phase one and phase two. One of the things that D linemen have to understand is that if we do our job, sometimes we may not make the play, but we're making it possible for other guys to be able to make the play. And so here, pay particular attention to number 74 and also number 3 a little bit. Number 52 is going to come off the block and do a good job. But these guys right here are going to make it possible to for number 30 to make the tackle. So as we come through, you can see, bam, they're exploding out of their hips, hands up, hands, hips. He's got his target, and we're doing a good job that way. Bam, and he's going to stand it up. Number 3 here is taking on a double team and not getting moved, doing a good job that way. And so by occupying all these guys, the linebacker is able to get in and make a play because of the work that we do. And so that's team football, and that's how we play, and that's what being a great D lineman is going to do. Now, after we've taken care of phase one and phase two, a lot of times we're going to be in a great spot to be able to make a play, which is the third phase of D-line play. If we play the way that we're supposed to and pursue with courageous motors, there is going to be lots of opportunities for us to get to ball carriers and get to quarterbacks and make opportunities for us to be able to make plays. You only get so many opportunities within a football game, especially as teams start to go to the quick pass game more and more and more. So the harder you play, the more chances you'll get. Okay? If the play is to you, track the near hip, eyes to thighs, wrap and squeeze and make a play. But these are what we look forward to, and these are the moments that we look forward to as D linemen. And the harder we work, the more these opportunities come to us. So here in this clip, you're going to see all 3 phases of the game put into tact. We're in a end of quarter situation or end of half situation here. It's second and 5, but we're up against the clock, and so we're actually in an awkward front for us, in a 3-man front, something that we don't do very often. But as you watch, we have guys that are going to go through and play all 3 phases. And as they put all 3 phases together, play with DNA, they're able to make a play. We watch it go through here. They come through, get a good rip, bam, and then just making a great play and doing a great thing for our team and helping our team get to where they want to be. So playing on the D line is the ultimate place for the ultimate teammate and the ultimate football player. D-line is the heart of our football team and is the heart of our defense, and it makes our defense go. As we play well at the D-line, things are easier for everybody. And so we have to play with a courageous heart that is willing to sell out on stopping the run and is also willing to read our hands and feel pass and then make life miserable for the quarterbacks. It's a great place to play. And we love our D line. We call ourselves the Dogs, and so we're dogs with a very, very, very nasty dadgum attitude. And so Go Bees.